What's up, Virgo? This is going to be your bi-weekly love check-in. This is for my Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this, do give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It helps out the channel. If you are new here, I put these out every 2 weeks, so do hit that subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I put them out there. I offer personal sessions. The info is in the description box of the video. I do, in my sessions, use channeling and tarot with consciousness and manifesting and mindset to help you actually shift out of undesirable circumstances, patterns in your love life or with a specific person. If that is something that you would like to do, then you can book in with me. If you can't get a hold of me, or if you would like a more traditional tarot reading or a psychic, then I have put links to my affiliates in the description box as well. Mystic Sense will give you your first 5 minutes reading free, and Spiritual Blossom will give you a bonus $10 if you deposit 20. And if you want to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I put the links to those in the description box as well. Now, Virgo, we're going to do the person on your mind. How do they feel about you? How do you feel about them, and a projected potential outcome? And I say potential because, as I mentioned, I like to incorporate universal law, manifesting consciousness in all my content. So my tarot readings are just check-in points into one version of you, your specific person, and the connection that you, Virgo, have selected, are selecting and manifesting out of the infinite that are available right now in this very given moment. Creation is finished. Everyone is you pushed out. Circumstances do not matter ever. If you would like to manifest this differently, you can have anyone or any version of anyone that you want. It just requires a shift in your state of consciousness, the version of Virgo that you're being, and shifting your thoughts and assumptions and doing a reselection. So you can check out my other content if you like. I have a whole playlist on the law and manifesting, or I also like to teach as I go. Okay, Virgo, Queen of Wands. Chariot card. Some of you are taking a trip with this person, Virgo. Or you might be dealing with a person that's at a distance, so travel's required, maybe not even a long distance, but like a car ride, like a longer, maybe interstate, something like that. I don't know. Queen of Wands, though, very attracted to you, Virgo. We've got a Tower card, we've got Queen of Swords, and we've got Four of Swords. Okay. Whoops, we've got the Ace of Cups, and we've got the Fool card in the reverse of the Eight of Wands. So Virgo, seems to be like with the Tower card, there might be some kind of an upheaval going on with you and this person. I do think that there's sort of like a wanting to have, I mean, this could be a relatively new love, or this would just be like a new phase in the love between you and them. But it seems like in the recent perceived past, this person's going through some kind of upheaval, or there's a lot going on between the two of you. There's a need probably to have a communication or an honest conversation, maybe about reviving things, or you know, maybe it's about, should we take a leap of faith and jump onto a new cycle? Or for some of you, if you're dealing with a situation that involves travel or distance, this could be causing a bit of upheaval between the two of you. I mean, they're attracted to you, and I'm going to trust what I saw in the opening with that Chariot card. That's persistence. That's wanting to move things in a positive direction. I'm going to get a little bit more on the Tarot, but there's definitely, this is someone you're communicating with, or they want to talk and they want to pour the love and be emotional with you. I mean, Queen of Swords, honesty, truth. It could be that this goes into periods of rest, Four of Swords, or there's a processing here around Tower energy. So the Tower energy could be that there's been some kind of, like I said, maybe there's frustration going on due to, maybe it is about distance or travel or something like that. I mean, let me see what this Tower card really is. Yeah, Eight of Cups, okay. And the Chariot card. Some of you, okay, this is very specific. It doesn't have to be for everyone or your story, but for some of you, it could be like, either travel or distance is a massive factor, and it's like this is causing upheaval. So walk away or move things along. Maybe it's like a decision needs to be made. Take a leap of faith to go for it, to really like jump on this love. Or also, you know, Tower card, Eight of Cups will just generally be about, you know, you could have had some kind of a row with this person, and there's this sort of feeling like you might be disconnecting, because Queen of Swords can be a bit what's what. So some of you might have had an argument with this person in the recent perceived past, okay? Recent perceived. Reason why I say perceived is because everything is in the now, guys. So even in this reading, this check-in, it looks like there's a conversation and a communication coming through, and a loving one, and potential to have a another beginning or a rebirth, but we don't need to even carry in anything being a problem here. I mean, the Tower and the Eight of Cups, let's see, Chariot card, Nine of Pentacles. Could just be that there's also a lot of upheaval going on in this situation that has to do with work, career, distance, travel for work, responsibility, that kind of a thing. So maybe that causes maybe a little bit of a disconnect energy between the two of you. And so there's a need to restructure things as well. The Tower card can be that as well, a restructure. So if there's tension between the two of you, it's more like, well, what's not working must go so that we can move things along in a more positive direction. But another portion of you, maybe because of the challenges outside of the connection, there might be a like, okay, can we move this along, or is it, time to go separate ways? I mean, they still have this love for you and they want to talk. Now, guys, it is whatever you say it is. So I'm not trying to spook you where it's like this person wants to leave you. I don't read like that. I'm not that kind of tarot reader, guys, because it's just, you can shift anything. It's just there you pushed out, okay? Now, either way, it could go either way, it looks like. I mean, tell me, Virgo, what's this Fool card in the reverse? The Moon, things just not being very clear. Maybe on the way forward, the Moon. A Nine of Wands, that's caused sort of a little bit of a block or a wall. I mean, this person also might have some fears when it comes to career, self-sufficiency, a sense of feeling good about themselves. I mean, that's really about confidence. And some of you've had some tense interaction with them. So look, the love is still there. I literally said it, and the King of Cups came out, and the Knight of Pentacles came out. You're dealing with a serious energy, Virgo. But there is a Tower, so there's a crumbling of like either stuff going on outside your connection that connects to this person's career, work, finances, or impacts on your connection because there's like responsibility, or it's a challenge to self-worth, or feeling secure within oneself. Because the Moon can also just be fears. It can be psychological. I mean, they seem to be wanting to work towards a common goal. They might be also, the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. It could be that this person feels that they're not where they want to be, because Knight of Pentacles is very slow and steady. So this is a goal-oriented person, Virgo. But Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, it could be that the focus is on career and achieving the goal, and it's feeling like it's taking a long time. Love, no doubt. The Nine of Wands, though, is a bit of a wound or a fear with the Moon card that it's not, enough, or there's all these challenges and it feels like a lot. And if you are at a distance, the Fool card in the reverse would be like, am I like really ready to go for it, for the connection? Because that's also a challenge, I mean, Five of Pentacles is staring at me in the face. It's like also this person, the Five of Pentacles could be that they've gone through some losses financially, or that's a factor going on in your connection. Let me just get one more. And then there's the Seven of Cups in the reverse. It's just like, seems like things are a bit murky. Like, okay, Four of Swords, trying to process, Chariot card, the way forward to move in a positive direction for self and potentially with you. And there's going to be communication, lots of emotion here for sure. Career, finances, and self-worth and confidence issues seem to be in the mix here, and potentially distance and travel. Okay, guys? Doesn't have to be your reading if it's not your reading. If this is your reading, though, guys, we can take whatever we like and throw out the rest, and we also don't need to put conditions on the manifestation. So if you feel like you're dealing with a situation where there's all these obstacles, it has no bearing on the now where you've decided that you and this person are perfect, you have a great relationship. If there's issues to do with travel or relocation, it's also a non-issue. It's circumstantial, guys. So you would just need to be like, no, they could literally call you in 5 minutes and say like, I'm moving in with you, or let's move together. Or if there's issues to do with you needing to get a job where they are, I mean, guys, infinite potentials available right now. So that's why all teachers, including me, will always tell you, go to your end, which is the now, and then allow your 3D, your outer, to conform. and all the circumstances take care of themselves. So don't focus on any blocks or obstacles. But the Moon and Five of Pentacles, it could be that this gets a little, you know, Four of Swords, there tends to be a bit of a withdrawal energy. And I don't think that this is personal, Virgo. I really think that this has got to do, like, this person has a lot of emotion, you know, for you. I think this could be just like overwhelm. Okay, and this person could be being hit with like a lot of things at once, and that could cause tower energy between the two of you. Okay, so let me have a look at you, Virgo, and see how you feel about them, which is way more important. So Cancer energy, Pisces energy, Aquarius energy. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be emotionally that there's a good connection. I mean, you've got Magician card. Virgo, that's your energy, Virgo, Gemini. So you're manifesting it. You manifested it all anyway, guys, because we manifest everything through our awareness, the version of us that we're being, and our thoughts and assumptions. King of Swords, King and Queen of Swords. So when, you know, that pair in good energy is very great communicators, meeting of the minds, and also fair and diplomatic. Now, when it goes cold, it can be a little harsh. That's the shadow. You're not really coming up like a shadow at the moment. However, I was picking up a bit of this guarded, wounded energy. So there may be a little bit of this overwhelm going on in terms of circumstances and conditions. See, the Judgment card. So look, if there has been kind of any kind of, you know, tower, or disruption outside of your connection that causes disruption between the two of you, you seem to want revival, resurrection, and the Judgment card will also be about making maybe some big decisions, you know? Yeah, there's an Eight of Wands. So you both have the Eight of Wands. So there's a need to have a talk, communicate, King and Queen of Swords, get on the same page, make a decision. And then the Death card. So again, it seems to be that's transformation, guys. It's also that, like, with that Tower card, I told you, okay, and again, not to spook you, that just in the energy right now, it's like with all the upheaval going on, it's like, you know, move this along together, get on the same page, or disconnect, because the Death card would be about endings. But it's also transformation. And guys, it is whatever you say it is. I mean, it seems like even in this check-in, they're not a robot, guys, but you can experience infinite versions of a person. And their thoughts and feelings will absolutely shift in accordance with you and where your thoughts and assumptions have been, and what you assume and think that they think and feel. Trust me, test it out. So, but in this check-in, there's a little bit of fear. There's a little bit of insecurity. There's a little bit of a lack of clarity. You both want to talk. Virgo, they're showing up like a King of Cups. How do you feel about them? Maybe sometimes you feel like they come across withdrawn and they're not emotionally where you want them to be. King of Cups. So don't hold this person in the view that they don't love you or that they're withdrawn. See, I feel, Virgo, that sure, it looks like there's a lot of upheaval going on and a lot of responsibility or finances and career, and like maybe some fears connected to that. But if your assumption is that this person is showing up unloving, well, even if you're not even going to perceive them being loving. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? So they're going to show up according to a role. So it could have caused some kind of tower between the two of you in the recent perceived past, where you feel like this person's not being very emotionally supportive, available, something like that. But there's something, yeah, Knight of Swords is in the reverse. This is like the shadow of the Knight of Swords. You could have like erratic communication with this person, or you could get reactive, or feel that this person gets reactive, maybe because of a lot of stress, and that causes tower energy between the two of you. It seems to be that decision needs to be made, and it's about a plan and a way forward, and you feel like there is no plan. So the options here are, Virgo, that you need to say, okay, look, decide what you want, live in that end. If you want them to come in with the perfect plan, or you want all the circumstances or the issues to go and you just want to be in your end, no, we're perfect. Or if there's distance, no, we're together, we live together. I mean, that sounds like it's far off, guys, but things move very quickly. Eight of Wands is also about air travel, guys. But if not, this is just about being able to communicate maybe better and clarify things on the way forward. You need to make the decision. If you feel like this person is not being clear on the way forward, then you need to say, oh my God, no, they're totally clear. They're totally that they're all about me. It's decided, okay? And then watch as like they shift. You know, it could be that they're just reflecting that you feel like you're doubting that this person loves you, even though they're coming up like a King of Cups. You know, we've got Hermit card in the reverse. There's withdrawal energy. You want to come out of withdrawal. You know, there's a processing. So maybe you had an argument with this person, or things get a bit erratic because of stress. And then you don't feel very loved, or you feel like this person turns the love off. I mean, Knight of Pentacles, you both have Knight of Pentacles, so you both have an intention to work towards some common goal, and you're both serious. It's a serious energy. So look, Virgo, you want the revival. The revival is here. I don't think this is a separation, like a breakup so much. I think that this is like, look, the other thing with the Tower and the Eight of Cups, leaving behind what's not working for the connection to move in a better direction, besides the physical, tangible, material things, in terms of energetic, it might be the way in which you communicate with one another, you know, and maybe being more open. The Seven of Cups is like mixed signals, confusion, okay? It's also emotional turbulence. This person's trying to come out of that sort of an energy, and there seems to be a bit of a guardedness. You may interpret that as they don't love me, and if you persist in that, they're just going to continue to show you that they don't love you. Even if they do come in momentarily and they're loving, you're going to be like, oh, you know, they don't love me, or they're going to shift. The mirror will keep, as you shift states. So sustain the identity dominantly. No, of course they love me. No, we're perfect. If you want this person to be more driven or have a plan or be more decisive, say, oh my God, they love to take the lead. They are, you know, fully on the same page as me. If you want them to agree, say, guys, it's not manipulation at all. I know that jumped around, Virgo, but I hope that made sense. I'm going to get some oracle cards for you. This is your energy. So maybe you feel lonely. You feel like this person's not open enough emotionally, not loving enough. So say, oh my God, they're so loving. They're so emotionally open. They're so sensitive. Seriously, guys, you can tweak anything. It's all projection, okay? And there's infinite reflection. So it's identity. I'm version of Virgo. I'm so loved, adored. They adore me, blah, blah, blah. They're going to reflect it back to you, okay? Whatever you assume. And the identity that you're selecting. I'm version of Virgo. I am that I am. That has the perfect relationship. They show up perfectly, however you want them to. If you guys want to get out of any unwanted loops or cycles like hot, cold, or communication issues, or if you feel like it's been slow to get to what you want to get, the manifestation, I have put a link to a free guide in my description box of my video, Manifest Your SP, Break Cycles, etc. So you can check it out. There's a link there, all right? Okay, so there's a need for transformation, or maybe a decision, because you're feeling like maybe you're both very goal-oriented, but things are feeling a little slow going to have that plan for like the next phase. I mean, this person definitely wants to show you love, and maybe you've had a row of feeling like neglected in some kind of a way, or frustrated. So there's, you know, it's going to be up to you, Virgo. Either way, there's communication between the two of you, okay? So let me get some of these cards and see what's going on. There may be a move or a relocation or a trip or travel. Whoops. Oh, okay, see guys, what did I say? They do love you. Love call. Expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. Look at this, healthy choices, self-love and self-care, being happier, love and life. I feel that this has got a lot to do with this person trying to free themselves from some upheaval that has not much to do with you. But again, you would have selected a version. You're going to experience the version of a person through your lens as an observer. So if you change your lens, you're going to shift. Everyone is you pushed out, as I explained, and even circumstances, etc., will go away. But even if we were to stick to this person is trying to like rejig things and be happier and do some self-love and self-care. Let's see. Yes, because we've got replaying events over in head, outdated thinking, conditioning. I feel like there's a lot here to do with being good enough, money, finances, being, you know, and this person might be overburdened, fearful, you know, that they can't achieve their goals, that they're not where they want to be. I mean, you know, and then that could cause between the two of you this feeling of neglect between, you know, you could assume this person's not very loving, but it's got nothing to do with you in this reading, you know what I mean? Look, healing heart. Now this person, this says healing heart, healing heartbreak, abusive relationship. I don't think you two have an abusive relationship. It could be that this person has in the past had experiences where they felt very not good enough, criticized, all of that. And so maybe they hold back a little bit, or they have a fear of Five of Pentacles, of being left. There's a lot of emotional turbulence here. And then also I think that's got to do with stuff to do with their actual like life, like material matters, and then feeling like they're not good enough. So transferring that onto your situation, but we don't have to worry about them. We only need to worry about you. I am the version of Virgo that has them like this, and they are like this. Okay, guys, I know that I keep repeating myself, but it really is that simple. Let me get you guys a romance angel. Romance angel for Virgo. Did I say Scorpio energy as well? Sorry, guys. Okay, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. There's something here about love and life, healthy choices. Okay, and so this is about like breaking free from what's restricting, reorganizing things. There's a tower going on. Yeah, okay, we've got deception. Someone's wearing a false self mask. With you deserve love, you are lovable. Wedding, this situation involves marriage. You both have that long-term goal. So either you are married and then there's just all this upheaval, and then maybe there's this issue about having to like move for work or career, or there's all these problems, or this is heading towards marriage and there's a conversation about like how to rejig everything, you know, because also it seems to be that there's reactivity, or like you might feel that this person wears a mask, like emotionally, or you might mutually feel, because this person, Queen of Swords, maybe you come across as cold. I'm not giving you shit, Virgo, but what I'm saying is this could get ping-ponged back and forth, like you're not being very loving. You deserve love, you are lovable. This person seems to want to move things along and show you how lovable you are and express their love. So if you're getting little bits of that and not, and then having upheavals between one another, it's coming down to you, Virgo, your story. So if this person, you're thinking, they don't love me, they don't show up lovingly, etc., 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 then even they, as an individual, might react to an energy, and then they're showing up in a certain type of way, confirming what you assume. They equally might feel that you're coming across a certain type of way. Now, break the cycle. Check out the link in my description box. But as long as you hold them dominantly in the assumption that they're so loving, open with their feelings, doting, whatever, that is the version that you're selecting. You've got to detach from what you previously perceived from an old identity. Maybe you have an issue where your self-concept, you don't feel very lovable. You don't, you know, you're looking for that validation and you're focusing on a version that's not giving you that, right? You're not receiving it. Okay, Virgo, like, I hope that resonated for you guys. Sorry if it jumped around. Doesn't have to be for everyone, but I intend that it helps some of you. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I'm going to check in 2 weeks' time.